Here at GTN, it's safe to say we have been involved in our fair share of challenges over the years. So we thought we'd go back through the video archive and remind you all of the fun that we've had. Whether that be taking part in races and events, challenging other athletes, or even other presenters.
Now, despite the fact that our time racing as professionals has come to an end, it's no lie that there is still a competitive fire burning away inside us, and pinning a number on again certainly still holds that appeal. So let's begin by taking ourselves back to Marc, tackling his very first full Ironman distance at the iconic Norseman Extreme Triathlon in Norway, widely regarded as one of the most demanding races on the planet.
Without thinking, I'd somehow managed to swim my way to the front. It was just a natural reaction. My mood was up and it felt good to have a lead, although oddly, I was having some slight issues with cramp in my legs.
Marc is almost out of the water. We've just spotted him on this jetty here where the ferry picked him up about an hour ago, or an hour and a half ago. And it's lined with people, everyone's cheering him on, it's really exciting. So I've now got to get to the exit of the water because we have to be there ready for your athlete to run through transition and then help them. So I'm gonna get my way there now. How'd you feel?
All right.
Yeah? How much of a gap have I got? Quite a lot, at least 200 metres, so there's quite a long gap there. And it's very spread out, so I would just take it easy.
You just get a gap, I just like...
Well, I think that's just instinctive, isn't it?
And continuing with the Ironman distance theme, Heather qualified for Kona at her first attempt in 2017, and the GTN team were there to support her throughout the day.
Okay, Heather's gone through the 140-kilometre mark, so she should be dismounting her bike fairly soon. We are ready on the run course. We're at the mile 1 marker. We're going to go and try and find her and cheer her on. It's getting hot here, so she's going to need everything she can get. Okay, Heather's in, off the bike and onto the run. And here she comes. Come on, Heather! Well done, awesome.
After many years racing all over the world, Fraser was finally able to come full circle and complete the infamous Keltman Extreme Triathlon in Scotland, which proved a test of his limits like no other.
For me, once suited up, racing instinct starts to kick in, and all that's left is for the starting gun to go off.
I'm a bit concerned about the swim because it's cold. It's colder than what he's used to, but the big bonus is he's not going to be in there long.
Yeah, he's got to endure the swim for less time than anybody else. That's probably a good thing for him.
It's a good thing, but it's the toughest part of the swim or the mountain. It's difficult. If he gets through the swim, obviously, then the mountain becomes the hardest part.
The catchphrase rough, when it's safe to do so, we'll go alongside him very briefly, give him the split, so he's got information of where the gap is to the guy behind.
3:45, okay? Got a drink, let's go!
Having so much support from the guys is what kept me putting one foot in front of the other. With less than 10k to go, all that was left was me to soak in the atmosphere with Sean and start to appreciate the journey that this Keltman had taken me on, returning to race again in Scotland.
there was also shorter racing. Marc mixed it up with a bit of off-road action at Xterra Malta, and I represented Great Britain at the European Sprint Championships in Glasgow, and we both won our age groups.
Here they come. It's Heather Fell in front. So Heather Fell, the 2008 Olympic silver medalist in modern pentathlon, is going to take gold today. Age group 35-39. Congratulations, Heather Fell. And Ward's behind you, that's fantastic. Silver medal for Ward and
Whilst filming in Lanzarote, we took the opportunity to bring together a small but impressive group of professional athletes to see if we could beat them up the famed Tabiesco climb. Ouch, that one hurt. And not content with simply racing the pros on this incredible climb, we thought we could race each other up there too.
Plus take on other channel presenters in their own mountainous backyard of northern Spain.
But we weren't afraid of an indoor challenge either, and we had a lot of fun using Zwift to go head-to-head with Team Charles Barkley in their preferred environment.
But it wasn't all fun and games. There was some serious unofficial racing too, and thankfully Marc stepped up and proudly flew the flag for GTN.
Oh, what a mate.
Nice job, guys. Let's see first.
However, whether it was racing individually for ourselves or enjoying the challenge of trying to compete with the pros or our fellow presenters, there is undoubtedly a challenge that stands out above them all. And that was when we attempted to break the Ironman Lanzarote course record as a relay.
The conditions were perfect. And after some trouble trying to line ourselves up with the start line...
Yeah, it's all right, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we're gonna come in line with you. 3, 2, 1.
We were off.
Some expert navigation going on here. That way. So Heather's done the turnaround on lap 1. She's heading back towards shore. I think we're fairly accurate on distance. It's quite hard to say. So if we do get ever so slightly wrong, she'll just swim a little bit extra at the end. Conditions are the same, so nothing really changes on the swim, just as long as we got the right distance. But she seems to be going really well.
Marc rode with me for about 50 kilometres. And by the time he dropped off, I was feeling pretty exhausted. it all of a sudden felt pretty lonely. And it made me realise just how hard the Ironman Lanzarote course must be. I really had to dig deep to get to the finish line.
How are you feeling? Apprehensive. Yeah, we just peeled off and left Fraser to it. He's finishing the last, I'd say about 60k. So I've just got changed and grabbed a few snacks. We're going to make our way over there. But yeah, I think where we've just been busy, I've been cheering everyone on and obviously trying to help Fraser a little bit on the bike. Haven't really thought too much about the run, so I haven't really eaten that, well today. So I don't feel massively prepped, but what's really getting me going is this excitement and everyone's pushing themselves. So I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Just not the usual preparation.
As Marc prepped, I suffered. I'd been to a fairly dark place on this ride, but the closer I got to the finish, and the more I could feel my legs picking up the pace, and knowing I didn't have to run after certainly helped drive me forwards. And then the road started to open. I found a reason to love riding the bike again. This was it, the last stretch, and a beautiful descent back into Puerto del Carmen. I could feel the end, so I gave it everything.
Literally, we just arrived, just having a little stretch. Oh God, that's Fraser there. Here he comes. Look at that timing. Well done.
So, this was it. Me off to complete my first ever marathon. We really had only just arrived, and I wasn't feeling particularly well prepped. I had a 29-minute deficit to pick up, so I would really have to pull something quite special out of the bag to succeed at this challenge. After 3 hours and 30 minutes, I did eventually manage to drag myself across the finish line in the dark.
Woo! Well done.
We had all known for a while that the record wasn't actually going to be broken. But as we stood there congratulating Marc, it just suddenly didn't seem to matter.
The record was gone, but it was more just for ourselves, see what we could do. But that whole team element, it just kept me going. I think, I do wonder whether if this was my own race and I was running on my own, I probably would have stopped because I felt horrific. But the fact that I knew the other two had worked so hard prior to that point, I just had to finish.
And yes, we may have bitten off more than we could chew that day, but we sure did have a fantastic time trying.
Oh, I still get goosebumps watching that Lanzarote challenge, and I know I'm biased, but I've quite enjoyed looking back through the archives, and it's amazing just how much we've done in 3 years. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as we have. If you want to check those videos out in full, you can find them in the description below. And if you have enjoyed it, give us a like and remember to check out our social media channels and give them a follow too.